The 1970s were the golden age of progressive rock, an era when bands didn't just play concerts, they put on spectacles that pushed the limits of music and imagination. From swirling keyboards to soaring guitar solos and marathon performances, these live albums captured the energy, ambition, and sheer magic of prog at its peak. Today, let's revisit 10 of the very best progressive live rock albums that didn't just fill arenas, but truly blew the stage off and left us with memories still echoing decades later.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see.
Number 10. Life at Carnegie Hall by Renaissance.
Colors are fading starlight.
Live at Carnegie Hall showcases Renaissance at their most elegant and sweeping.
Walking the shadows.
Do you remember Annie Haslam's soaring vocals filling the hall, each note carrying warmth and grace?
Take my place within the crowd. We walk the dusty streets surrounding compassing.
Backed by lush orchestration, songs like Ashes Are Burning became unforgettable live experiences.
Ocean gypsy of the moon, the sunrise faded gone.
For fans, the album captured the magic of a time when rock could be symphonic and theatrical, a gentle yet powerful reminder of the artistry and sophistication that defined 70s progressive rock.
Ocean gypsy, where are you? The shadows fall upon.
Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
Ocean gypsy of the moon, the sun has made a fall. Float across the icy pools, see the carpet of the sun, the green castle dancing. But he burns for you, Mother Russia, can't you hear?
Number 9. Playing the Fool by Gentle Giant.
Two bricks in spine. Two bricks in spine.
Playing the Fool captures Gentle Giant at their peak of complexity and creativity.
Who will believe in all of my hairs are free, all my hairs are free. I never thought it would.
Do you remember the thrill of hearing intricate counterpoints, shifting time signatures, and the band swapping instruments mid-song? Classics like Free Hand and On Reflection come alive with jaw-dropping precision.
Take this, take the man, middle turn, come to me, don't you see?
For fans, it wasn't just music. It was an evening of wonder, a reminder of the artistry that made 1970s progressive rock feel larger than life, thrilling, and utterly unforgettable. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
See me, what I am, what I was, what I be. You tell me all. My ways are strange. Once I was a boy, and innocent to life, and my role in this world play my game. Nobody's left another nation, so give a thing to say. Yeah, I know what I'm not the sun. Go away.
Number 8. Uriah Heep Live by Uriah Heep.
Somewhere along the lonely road, I had tried to find you.
Uriah Heep Live captures Uriah Heep at their rawest and most energetic. Do you remember the roar of the crowd and Ken Hensley's organ weaving through Mick Box's searing guitar riffs? Songs like Easy Livin' hit with unstoppable force, showing the band's blend of hard rock power and progressive flair. For fans, it was a thrilling reminder of the excitement of a 70s rock concert, full of fire, energy, and moments that made you feel part of something larger than life. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
The morning of another day. Somewhere along the lonely road I had tried to find you, but not one was aware of the fire that burned. Yeah. But the tears in my eyes are no longer pretending you're mine. I was only 17, fell in love with a gypsy queen. Evil was low.
Number 7, a live record by Camel. A live record captured Camel's dreamy, melodic prog at its finest. Do you remember sinking into the flowing guitar lines of The Snow Goose, feeling like you were floating through a soundscape? The band's precision and subtle interplay made every song feel intimate yet epic. For fans, this album was proof that Camel could translate studio perfection to the stage, creating a serene, immersive experience that remains a hidden gem of 1970s progressive rock. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
Hear them talk about Kingdom Come, hear them discuss all. Tell me the reason why.
Number 6, Bursting Out by Jethro Tull.
How we feel today.
Few bands could blend rock, folk, and theater quite like Jethro Tull, and Bursting Out captured that magic in full flight.
To be thick as a brick.
Do you remember Ian Anderson leaping across the stage, flute in hand, turning every song into a story? From the hard-driving Aqualung to the playful whimsy of Thick as a Brick, the album showcased a band unafraid to be bold and eccentric. For fans, it was Tull at their peak, virtuosic, mischievous, and endlessly entertaining. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
Keep your eyes open and break up your ears. No time to understand. I fell off when they thought they were skating away. They don't deny something new day. Jack, do you never sleep? And as the great cell I'm leaving your heart, am I just a company to keep? Let me bring you songs from the woods to make you feel they're responding for different houses. But clean up all the packs, this joker raises hats and talk about the weather. To rock and roll.
Number 5, All the World's a Stage by Rush. Rush's first live album, All the World's a Stage, was more than a concert. It was a statement.
Read the dungeons of the innocent. Well, the king must kneel to let this king.
Do you remember the thrill of hearing 2112 in its full glory? Roaring with energy only a live crowd could spark? Geddy Lee's soaring vocals, Alex Lifeson's fierce guitar, and Neil Peart's legendary drumming turned every track into a force of nature.
Laughing right, midway light, shining star.
For fans, it marked the end of their early era and the beginning of Rush's rise as one of rock's great live acts. It still captures that raw excitement of discovering a band destined for greatness.
Freedom racing with the wave. Nights of starlit secrets, cracking rhythm.
Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
Waiting for someone to come and turn the world around. Days of barefoot freedom racing
Number 4, USA by King Crimson. USA captured King Crimson at their raw, unpredictable best. Do you remember the shock of those jagged riffs and sudden shifts, as if the band was rewriting the rules mid-song? With John Wetton's commanding bass and vocals, David Cross's violin, and Robert Fripp's relentless guitar, every track felt alive with danger and discovery.
Play the blues, you'd learn my licks with a bottleneck slide.
It wasn't polished, it was intense, urgent, and real. For many fans, USA is the closest thing to experiencing Crimson's legendary 1970s power on stage. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
But now this better life had brought a different understanding. Show the color of your crimson suspender.
Number 3. Welcome Back, My Friends, to the Show That Never Ends by Emerson, Lake and Palmer. When ELP took the stage, it felt like a rock concert and a symphony rolled into one. Welcome Back, My Friends captured that spectacle. Keith Emerson's wild keyboards, Greg Lake's soaring vocals, and Carl Palmer's thunderous drumming, all in perfect sync. Do you remember the thrill of Karn Evil 9 stretched into a dazzling epic? For fans, this album was proof that prog could be theatrical, virtuosic, and larger than life. It remains a testament to the sheer ambition of the 1970s rock stage. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
The preacher said a prayer, save every single hell.
Number 2, Seconds Out by Genesis.
The path is clear, though no eyes can see.
Seconds Out captured Genesis at a turning point, with Phil Collins stepping into the spotlight after Peter Gabriel's departure. Do you remember hearing those majestic renditions of Supper's Ready or The Cinema Show, stretched with new life on stage? The album proved Genesis could evolve without losing their magic, blending theatrical prog with Collins' steady presence. For many fans, it was a bittersweet farewell to one era and the dawn of another. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
Scared to be left all on his own. He has a knife. It's upward to that ceiling where the chambers sit. And the sound. He said, listen son, you're wasting time. There's a future for you in the fire escape. The land lies down, 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 down. On board. I've been waiting here for so long. Yes, I've been my life. You walk inside and listen to the young man speak of all he has lived. Listen to the start doing it right. All right.
And at number 1, Yessongs by Yes. When Yessongs arrived in 1973, it was more than a live album. It was a celebration of a band at their creative peak. Do you remember the first time you heard those soaring harmonies and endless instrumental passages stretched out even further on stage? This triple album captured Yes in all their glory, performing epics like Close to the Edge and Starship Trooper with breathtaking precision.
Lying around the changes of the summer, reaching out to call.
For fans, it wasn't just music. It was a journey, a reminder of how live concerts once felt like stepping into another world. Now it's time to spin back the years. Let's drop the needle and revisit highlights from the record.
As a foundation left to create the spiral See no good people turn their heads, he stays so satisfied.
And there you have it. 10 progressive rock live albums from the 70s that captured a time when music was bold, adventurous, and larger than life. Which of these albums still gives you goosebumps? Share your memories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Until next time, keep the spirit of prog alive and let the music play on.
Play the blues, would learn my licks with a bottleneck slide.